You may now begin your presentation.
One gloomy night in 1879, Thomas Edison asked a simple question. How can I transform the need for light into huge business?
His first bulbs broke, melted, caused explosion and fire. And over thousands and thousands of attempts, he could finally transform the world forever. And now, his light is seen everywhere.
Now, how can we transform the need for food, water, shelter, or clothing into business opportunities?
Well, it's all about transformation.
Across mountains and deserts, Moroccan people have always mastered the art of transformation. Our ancestors created beauty from basic materials, and we are now young Moroccan creating business opportunities from basic needs. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a day in your life you will have to do this. How would you feel?
Guess how many people in the world do not have access to safe drinking water? 10, 20, 1,000?
As of today, nearly 1 billion people lack access to a safe supply of water.
Even though it's a global issue, we decided to put our focus on Africa by creating the Access Water project that we launched this year.
Let's review the situation in Africa.
345 million people lack access to safe supply of water.
It is a water crisis because it starts with water. But water affects everything: education, health, and living standard.
Women and children walk up to 3 hours a day to gather water. A water exposed to all kinds of germs.
Time spent gathering water is a time they can spend to read, write, earn an income, or just take care of their children.
And the walk isn't just hard, it's dangerous. Many get hurt, sometimes they are even attacked.
And when they make it home, the little water they have collected isn't clean. It causes diarrhea, dehydration, and even death. But what choice do they have?
About every 19 seconds, a mother loses one of her children due to a water-related illness.
It is a tsunami twice a month.
And each day, 345 million people in Africa live this way. Can you imagine that?
Some of you may see only darkness, but we saw an opportunity for a business with a huge potential. A business directed to a large and fast-growing market.
Indeed, we are talking about a target market of 345 million Africans in the base of the socio-economic pyramid who lack access to a safe water supply and who can't afford the few existing alternatives.
Let's tell you how this business transformed the lives of Naima and Zouida, who became now successful entrepreneurs. Our challenge was to come up with an innovative solution to provide safe drinking water, following 4 steps.
First step, understanding the actual need. Mainly, water-related diseases in Morocco come from 2 types of water.
Muddy water, filled with suspended contaminants, and hard water, with a high dissolved mineral content that might be harmful to one's health.
Second step, designing our 2 prototypes. Our engineering tools made it possible for us to develop 2 products adapted to the 2 types of water. Let's start with Vernet.
It's an easy purification system that we elaborate using a mix of clay, sawdust, and coal. We then form a pot using the mixture which we thermally process. Residues decompose and release gaseous carbon dioxide, which forms pores in the ceramic material. These pores have the ideal size that can trap up to 99% of pathogens, whilst allowing water to flow almost instantly.
For more efficiency, we decided to apply outer and inner layers of silver nitrate solution to the pot. This solution chemically reacts with water and prevents any chemical contamination. Let's now move on to solar water.
We used our country's solar potential and developed a prototype able to treat hard water. The prototype is a box that can contain water, covered by a window made of glass. The contained water vaporizes, then condenses to be finally gathered. And now that we've set the design of the prototypes, how can we transform them into affordable and easy to manufacture products?
This led us to the third step, customizing the prototypes. Considering that the art of pottery is very widespread in Morocco, we decided to make our prototypes out of clay. Interestingly, clay in Morocco costs under $1 per kilo, and it's an environmental friendly material.
Fourth step, experimentation and validation. Once the design and choice of materials were accomplished, our team decided to tackle the experimentation phase of our 2 prototypes within our school, with the support of our professors and researchers, and with collaboration of the Poison Control Center to improve their output and their performance.
We also submitted our prototypes for hygienic and safety tests from the National Institute of Hygiene. After weeks of testing, the results were outstanding. Our prototypes can provide high-quality water.
And finally, after 6 months of hard labor research, persistence, and resilience, Enactus EMI has thus succeeded in developing 2 great products with a selling price of only $10.
Vernet with a cost of goods sold under $5 and an instantaneous flow.
Soda water with a cost of goods sold under $6 and a daily production of 10 liters per house.
Our products are not only low-cost and customized to the population, but they are also environmental friendly.
No energy consumption, no production waste, and no carbon footprint, since the sourcing is local.
Now that we have successfully transformed clay into great filtration products, how can we use entrepreneurial action to make a business out of this?
Let's take you through our 8 steps implementation model.
In collaboration with our partners, we were able to identify the communities with a high need for clean water. We then selected 2 of them, Oulad Jarrar and Ait Habibi, 2 villages in countryside Morocco where people live in extreme poverty and cannot afford healthcare and education.
In order to respond better to the needs of our 2 target villages and to know more about their populations, we decided to contact local associations and authorities.
In collaboration with the community partners, we organized awareness campaigns with the purpose of getting in contact with the population, raising awareness about the effects of drinking contaminated water, and showing them how our products are affordable, easy to manufacture, and can help resolve the problem.
The awareness campaign led us to identify 10 women per village as potential micro-entrepreneurs.
We basically wanted to work with people with a high level of commitment, who also happen to be in need for financial autonomy.
These 2 criteria led us to finally choose 2 women living far from the average standard in Morocco. Remember Naima and Zubida? We chose them as first entrepreneurs for this pilot phase.
Now, how to transform these 2 housewives with no business background into 2 qualified entrepreneurs?
The transformation process that we've established is a 15 hours mentoring program.
Indeed, it is a mentoring program consisting of 2 modules.
The first one is about skills training. After a 10 hours training program, Naima and Zubida learned the process from the supply until the production. They learned how to make great products.
While the second module is relevant to sales and marketing. It is a 5 hours training to improve not only their outcomes, but also the competence in merchandising and ability of persuasion in the market.
الحرفة راه ساهلة مزيانة ومصونة بالنجارة بالتراب بالفاخر ومزيان واحد الدواء تا هو خصنا تا هو دارو تا هو غنديرو ان شاء الله. دينا هذا المشروع حنا بغينا باش ندينا مع واحد الطلبة بغينا زعما باش نشربوا الماء مزيان ونشربوا يكون صافي ويكون.
That was Naima sharing her insights about the training program. But now, how to break into the market?
To market our low-cost products, our go-to-market is as follows.
Naima and Zubida are selling their products both in the traditional local market and through their own network. This selling process is supported by explanations on how to use the product, how to maintain it, and how important it is.
But we didn't stop at this stage. We frequently supervise the business to assure a continuous improvement in sourcing, production, and sales.
After monitoring and evaluating, we were surprised to learn that our micro-entrepreneurs demonstrated a high level of autonomy and creativity.
Zubida successfully customized the products based on customer feedbacks.
And Naima built a new kiln due to high demand.
They are transforming access water into a real industry, and this is the mindset of the entrepreneur.
In over 4 months of implementation, the results were really promising.
Zubida and Naima were able to sell 53 products.
From housewives with a turnover of $12 per month, they turned into successful entrepreneurs with a turnover of $175 per month each.
هاد الصفايات صاوبناهم دروك مزيانين نفعونا كنصفيو بهم الماء والمهم كان لحقاش البير كان فيه الميكروب والجراثيم الدراري الصغار كاملين كيمثلوا واحد الحبوب رقيق ما عرفناش مناش كيولي عندهم اسهال. المهم دوكا بدينا هاد الصفايات كنصفيو بهم الماء المهم الماء ولا المهم مستحسن مابقاش كيف ما كان
نفعنا هاد الساعه. والمهم هاد الصفايات اللي كنصاوبو كنبيعوهم ولينا مربجين بهم حركه عندنا المهم في داك الدوار ديالنا.
Indeed, the light of transformation spread on Zubida's family.
She can now afford education fees to her son Ali.
She can also provide basic health care to her family.
And more, she can concrete her dream, building a decent shelter.
After the success of our pilot phase, we decided to go further. We initiated the project using a participative approach with 3 entrepreneurs in 3 other villages in Morocco, Tamatir, Moulay Ibrahim and Gris.
غادي نشوف واحد الحاجه اللي ما عمرني شفتها، خصني نبدا فيها حتى انا نشوف كي غادي توقع وكيفاش غادي ملي عاود يشرحوا لي المسائل قلت له ود اللهم اين هذا نبداو بيه حنا من حنا ليه دروكا. جابوا لك مساوي في الاول ولا لا 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 حنا كنقترحوا ديك الساعه داك المعلم دا هو كيفاش تعاود ليها بالافكار ديالو حنا كنرونو. دابا بحال شي واحد دابا قلت لي هكا هز واحد الحاجه ما تقري عليك قال لي غادي نعرفوا واحد كيفاش تنهزوها. هذا سيدي كنصاوبو قال لك فيلتيو به المدابه ديال اللي فيه الكاركير وداك الشيء. قال لك تيصاوب تفلترو صايبوه كذا كذا راه نجح.
And today, we are proud to say that 60 households are using Vernet and solar water products, which makes a total of 592 people with access to clean drinking water.
And because our project is highly scalable, borders could not limit us in our fight for transformation. We persevered to bring the light to the regions where the need is more alarming, where the life expectancy does not exceed 54 years, and where the infant mortality rate is over 73%. Could you imagine that?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our adventure in Burkina Faso, our initiative to conquer new markets with a great potential.
3 million people in Burkina Faso lack access to safe drinking water.
We made our first trip with the purpose of testing the feasibility of the project. For that, we started our testing phase with 2 Burkinabe who master pottery.
Mama, a widow without a source of income, living in extreme conditions of poverty.
And Kader, a young man with great ambitions. But unfortunately, these ambitions could not be achieved given the total lack of opportunities in the village.
Over only 1 week of testing and trainings, Mama and Kader were able to produce 4 products, which led to a turnover of $40.
After this testing phase, we were excited to see the high potential that the Burkina Faso market holds. And as a result, we planned the next visits in order to follow up the project's implementation.
In our road of transformation,
we transformed clay into 2 new businesses and created 15 jobs.
We empowered 15 people from 2 countries.
These people have already sold more than 70 Access water products.
and their lives have been totally transformed from people with no source of income into successful entrepreneurs who can provide financial support to their families. But most importantly, we transformed the lives of 592 people who have now access to clean drinking water.
As part of our vision for sustainability, we want to create the Access Water enterprise that gathers a network of qualified entrepreneurs all over Africa. To add an entrepreneur to the network, we invest $2,000 allocated between trainings and equipment. And for every Access Water product sold, we plan to have a margin of 8%.
This leads to a return of investment of $1.18 for every dollar invested. The profit generated by the enterprise will be allocated as follows. And after winning the Unilever Young Entrepreneurs competition, we now have $5,000 to help starting the business.
And within the 3 next years, we aim to cover 10% of the target market. With this, we can create 1,300 new jobs with a turnover of $700 per month each. This is 3 times the average income in countryside Morocco and 10 times the average income in Burkina Faso.
And with the Access Water products, we can provide high-quality water to more than 3,450,000 people in Africa.
And clean water means less diseases, less money spent on medicines, and more money for education and healthcare.
It's freedom to go to school, to work, to raise a family instead of walking to gather water. This means more than clean water. It's a community transformation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we pursued the light of transformation through our other projects.
Indeed, the light of transformation keeps spreading. The light of transformation are spreading in the landscapes and streets of Morocco through Enactus, a project that turns plastic bags into beautiful accessories.
Furthermore, it's a business dedicated to empowering women based on the following model.
First step, purchasing raw materials. We implemented self-collect system, which means that our beneficiaries get their plastic bag supplies from their neighborhood.
Second step, cutting plastic bags into thin strips.
Third step, weaving plastic bags in order to have a wide range of products for sustainable use.
Fourth step, marketing. Last year, we launched the pilot phase of Enactus with Fatima, a housewife that masters the art of weaving. Over 6 months of production, Fatima generated an income of $700.
And following the know-how transfer strategy, we duplicated the projects in 4 other cities in Morocco in favor of women in challenging situations, AIDS patients, housewives, and handicapped women.
And now, 8 entrepreneurs are selling their products on 4 points of sale. And this year, they took part into 3 national exhibitions.
$1,176 is the turnover of Enactus during 4 months.
960 hours of trainings provided to the women of Enactus.
Up to 300,000 plastic bags collected per year.
Through our projects, we are transforming basic needs into business opportunities.
We, Enactus Mohammedia School of Engineers, are transforming water scarcity into 15 jobs.
Pollution into 8 empowered women.
Maternal health, malnutrition, illiteracy into a light.
A light that reached Naima, Zubida, Mama,
Kader, Fatima.
Hassania, Ahmed.
Hassan and 607 other people.
I am Huda.
I am Sad.
I am Ahmed.
I am Tissam, and we are representing a team of 70 engineers.
United by our belief in transformation.
By our will to change the world.
By our passion for entrepreneurship.
And with more than 15,000 people reached.
More than $31,000 of funds
More
raised.
than 20,000 hours invested.
We, Enactus EMI, are spreading the light of transformation wherever we go.
Thank you to the team from Morocco. Judges, you may now begin the question and answer period.
Enactus.
My question is on your business model. I'm wondering if there are any other alternatives that you guys already have considered, possibly rent versus buy, to make it more affordable for some of the more local people and have some steady stream of income for the business, you know, or selling, you know, risk mitigant products to these customers, insurance for, you know, if it breaks, where you guys repair it there, versus them just not having access to water. I'd just like to hear how you guys arrived at this business model, what's happened since and how it's changed, and where do you think it's going?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you from the beginning. Just quick.
Yeah, I'm, in a nutshell, I think I'm just, you know, wondering what alternatives to your business model you've considered. Maybe you've tried, and this is, you know, several iterations down the road. I'm just wondering, have you tried rent versus buy? Allowing people to rent the product versus purchasing it, you know, or other alternatives to have steady income, which are also better for the people. So if the pot breaks, they can come back and get it fixed. If you had an insurance product sold with the unit.
So actually, our business model, we are going to graduate next year, and we want to create the Access Water enterprise. And then we want to franchise it all over the countries of Africa, working with the students from the other countries. And this is what we've done with Burkina Faso with the students. And then every franchise is going to collaborate with the entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs are responsible for the production and selling of the Access Water products in their communities.
Second question, fantastic presentation. Very simply, how long do the filters last?
Well, actually, the life expectancy of the product is 4 years, but it needs maintenance regularly for 2 months. Each 2 months, we need to maintain the product.
Great project, thank you. Question, as you're having the people in the community build the actual filter systems, what's your quality control system to make sure they work?
Okay, at the first phase, after designing our prototypes, we have certified the two products. So our products are certified and they provide high quality water to ensure that our entrepreneurs are manufacturing high quality products. We document everything through the standard operating procedures. Our entrepreneurs are strictly working with the procedures, and they also do final checks at the end of the production chain to ensure that to ensure the quality before delivery.
Question: a great project again, and for the entrepreneurs produce their products, do they need to make any capital investments in order for them to produce it? And if yes, and do you take that into considerations of your return on investment?
As we said, actually, we are taking care of the first investment because they need, well, it's $2,000 investment divided between equipment and the mentoring program and trainings. So as the franchise, we are providing the investment, and then we get back the margin of 8% from each product sold, which is a saving for us to reinvest in the other countries in Africa and to reinvest also in R&D, marketing, etc.
Yeah, I have two short questions. First, this is definitely a great project for improving the living of the people there. But my first question is, after the improvement, has that water quality been checked up by any authority? I mean, any health organization, and say the water is acceptable?
We did actually all the certifications in collaboration with the Hygiene National Institute, and our products are certified to produce high quality water.
Your time has expired. Judges, please join me in thanking the team from Morocco. We will now take a short